what I find interesting about this show particularly, because I don't, most of my other experience with ninjas has been just like a quick movie here. There's a movie called A Ninja. There's a movie called American Ninja. Every now and then in a TV show, like even I mentioned Magnum PI. Magnum PI had an episode with the ninja. Yeah, so you get a ninja here and there, right? So they don't really get deep into the lore. Basically, all I knew about ninjas, they were sneaky. They had all kinds of fighting abilities, but they could also kill you with poison and traps and tricks and just very sneaky. Not above board like samurai. They're gonna come at you from the corners. So I don't know how accurate this is to actual ninja, but as far as this show lore goes, half the battle, maybe more than half of the fighting between two ninja is psychological. It's like you can't win, so you might as well quit. Or I'm going to make you think this, but I'm actually going to do this. There's so much of that. Like almost all of the fighting is so much of it is mental. It's just not like two guys standing there slugging it out, gum pistol, and we're just going to hit each other until one of us falls over. So much of it is, hey, look over there, bam, or hey, I'm standing right in front of you. Meanwhile, he's got a knife to your neck because he's actually standing behind you. He's like, so much of it psychological, so much of it just, why don't you just quit? You're going to lose anyway, why don't you just quit? That kind of stuff. So much of it. So it makes sense that the exam, and I don't know this for sure, but this is what they seem to be implying. The exam is going to be we're going up against each other. You versus me, one of us wins, one of us loses. Because they want to see how good you are at the psychological warfare. And the psychological warfare starts before the exam starts. What do? Normally in this kind of an exam, you would have everybody in their own green room because they're different cells and you don't want like any tension. You don't want anybody like facing off like we saw. You don't want anybody like running the experience for somebody else. You want a clean exam. So you wouldn't have everybody crammed into one room. Like, do you think that they're short on real estate? Like, these people seem to have an infinite checkbook. They have infinite resources. They have rooms all over the place. You're telling me for this exam, one of the biggest events of the year, they held it twice a year, so it's one of the biggest events every 6 months. They only have one room for people to wait in. Is that what you're telling me? All this space, all these floors, all this office space, all these rooms, and we only have one green room for all the people that are going to take the exam. They all have to stand in one room together, crammed together. That's what you're telling me. Of course not. It was on purpose. They want these people to interact. They want them to intimidate each other. They want them to psych each other out. They want them to even form bonds with each other before the exam starts. Because the exam starts when you walk into the building. You're in the bathroom standing there. Somebody comes up to the urinal right next to you, even though there's 7 urinals available to the left that they could have taken. They're psyching you out. The psyching out has already begun. That's brilliant. And so the exam givers know that so much of this is going to be psychological. It's going to be psychological on their parts. It's also going to be psychological on the people taking the exam with each other. They started that process. They were probably waiting, and they were somehow monitoring what was happening in the room. You notice when they came in, tensions were getting a little too high. Okay, we might actually get some blood drawn here in a minute. Guys throwing up. It's time to step in. They probably would have waited longer otherwise. Like, they were sitting there and they're watching. Look at them. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Like that. I just love that. It's all unspoken unless somebody talks about this episode. It's just implied. But that seems to be a running theme. The undercurrent of this series is the battle is in your mind. It's not with your fist. It's with your mind. You win and lose with your mind. It's been a running theme. We're only 24 episodes into this. I've only seen 23. But, man, I'm telling you how many times that's come up. Every single time I turn around, we're being slapped in the face with it. I love that. I love that aspect of it. And it's not what I'm getting from any other series. So, that's one of the things I really think is clever. The problem is how do you keep that up? Stargate SG-1 had a thing where you had puzzles because you had to find artifacts. And every now and then they try to find artifacts with this running storyline that they had. It wasn't every episode, but it was like a couple times a year, right? And so to find these artifacts, you'd have to solve puzzles. Well, the first few episodes they did this, the puzzles were really clever. They were really interesting, and they were hard to figure out, and it made sense that the characters struggled with them. But as we went along, we got 3 or 4 seasons into it, the puzzles got kind of lame because the writers couldn't think of any more puzzles that were really good. They had shot their wad. They had burned up all their good ideas. So that's what I'm wondering here. will you run out of good ways to trick each other and bait and switch and feint with your left and hit with your right? Are they going to run out of that? Probably not, because I think the author is really good and the author knows what he's doing. So I don't think so, but that's the kind of thing that when you're so reliant on intelligent writing, I always wonder a little bit if we're going to run out. Probably not, but that's a problem for a different day. I think we're good for now. Early on, he's still got all the good ideas, right? So let's go ahead and get into this exam. I'm excited to see what happens. Okay, this is episode 24. You know where we are. You know where we're going. Apparently, we're always going to black screen now. 3, 2, 1. No, you're not. I think he has your attention. I still think you like it. Yeah, just get your ass back over here. Nice coat, by the way. Right. Yeah, yeah, I just don't trust this. I don't know, maybe. But you can't trust any word out of their mouth, positive or negative. Because it's all a game, right? Like, it's all mind games. He could die. He could burst into flames right in front of us and die, and I wouldn't believe it. Even this could be a lie. That's right, dumbass. There's a written part of the exam. Well, crap. Yeah. Every kid's nightmare. We've all had the nightmare. We're sitting down for an exam we didn't study for. Of course, it's only scary if you give a shit. Some people don't give a shit about their scores. Well, you were trying to cheat off somebody? Dumbass. Yeah, don't you pass and fail as a crew? I think you do. She wants to hit that. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to do the best of somebody better than me. Hey, that's what a ninja's supposed to have. No presence. So you can't sense them. He sure is a hard ass. Yeah, the first rule usually comes first. You're a genius. Right? Okay. I'm with you so far. Right, gotcha. You pass and fail as a team. So she shouldn't be gloating about him. Yes. Only now do you realize. Yeah. Shut the hell up. Yes. Boy, they were looking too. Crap. So no looking around. Yeah. Because you lost all your points. Right. Yeah. They were on that ass. The pressure's on. You're not going to get enough between the two of you. But the point is, don't be gloating about your teammate. You shouldn't be anyway. He just answered that question in her head. So no rooting against him, you gloating a-hole. Look, I have my own problems. Sorry, kid. Sorry, babe. And go. Yeah, that's right. Hmm. If Bob is going towards Chicago at 45 miles an hour, worry about yourself. Focus. She has no ability to compartmentalize whatsoever. Focus on yourself and what you're doing. You too. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing, man. You got to do your job. Nobody's ever, yeah, nobody's ever won by doing somebody else's job. You have to do your job. See, he's not focusing on what the other two are doing. He's gonna actually do well. I don't know. Code text would kick my ass. Oh boy. Oh wow. Oh boy. May I be excused, please? Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap. Boy, if she don't start worrying about herself, I'm telling you, man, she's on my last damn nerve. Do you just go into God mode? Really? There's a trick here somewhere. They haven't been trained for this. There's a trick. Maybe the trick is just not to cheat, and everybody else who cheats will get dismissed. Maybe that's the trick. Because she keeps looking at him, she's getting points deducted. She's worried about everything but the damn problems on the page. See, that's the thing. I think the key is to not cheat. They're expecting people to cheat because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Nobody does. I think he's honorable. I don't think he would cheat. A lot of these other people will. It's like, you're out of here. Really? You are going to cheat? Okay. I misjudged you. Yeah. Calm down. That's what I'm saying. Yep, he just marked down you cheating. It was you. Stop looking around. If Johnny has 5 apples, uh huh, exactly. Really? Oh, okay. A little different than I thought. Right. Yes, and like I said, head games, man. It's all about head games. Right, exactly. Cheat without getting caught. That's the aim. Okay. Right. This is about you doing something without being, which makes a lot more sense. Say you had to infiltrate someplace and check out some documents and absorb some information from them, right? Like, and then without being caught, because if you get caught, you're killed. That's much more important than the ability to figure out a math problem. It's all about the mind games, man. Some of these people are stressed. Exactly, yeah. They're pressed, man. Exactly. You got to figure out who that is. What are you doing over there? Yeah, this is clever. They are looking too, boy. Even the dog's looking. Look at him. That dog looks pissed. What's your problem, man? Quit distracting me. I'd be writing just straight foolishness on the page just to psych everybody else out. Yeah, that's right. Walk out of there 30 minutes early. Everybody be all psyched out. Of course, I'd fail, but yeah. Interesting. That's right. He's looking like bees look. Yeah, exactly. Is he looking through the eyes of the fly? Hey, get out of here, fly. Hey, man, that was good enough. But is the person right? You don't know. Nice. Really? Nice. But again, the person you're cheating from has to know what they're doing. Who is that person? Who is this person that knows what they're doing? Yeah, they are cheating like a mug, man. Boy, you some cheating bastards. My God. But all the cheating in the world doesn't matter if the person you're cheating from doesn't know the answers. He's going to get a zero. See, I like my thing is I would never cheat because I never did in school because it's the wrong thing to do. Also, like I said, you don't know if the person actually knows what the hell they're doing anyway. So I never trusted that they did. It'd be different if a teacher was sitting next to me with the answer key. Uh oh, no cheating. No talking. That's 4 points deducted. Dude, you really are oblivious. She wants to hit that, dumbass. Of course, he's young. Why would he know this, right? Of course, he wouldn't. In his position, I probably wouldn't trust her either. It makes sense. Because you're hot. uh, you're wasting my time. Talk faster. Time's up. Turn in your sheets. Real. Yeah, I want to keep you around. You're my favorite pet. Look at her blushing. Yeah, that's it. You seem to have a lot of anxiety. Because you're very suspicious and you're very strange. Good shit, homie. You don't know if she knows what she's doing though. That's like I know I'm repeating myself. Hey man, check it out. Thanks. 2 points. That's right. Get his ass. The hell is that? Is that how they call out somebody for cheating? What, man? Oh shit! Get your ass out of here. You were looking. Meanwhile, you're creating a disturbance. We're trying to concentrate on our test over here, and you're talking and shit. Get out, all of you. Man, they came for that ass, man. Nobody else got the knife treatment, though. That's right, drag his ass out of here. Incompetent. I don't need proof. I am the law. Kick his ass. How dare you? You're disrupting the test, man. Anyway, so while everybody's looking at that shit, let me see your sheet. Okay, cool. I like her. Good shit. He's writing you down, man. Writing you up. He's writing you down. He's writing you up. He's writing you sideways. That dude is watching us like a hawk. That's why you're gonna fail. But you're a moron. Meanwhile, you're getting points deducted every single time you talk to each other. You're minus 20 right now. Shut the hell up and pay attention to your test. See, now you made her upset and self-conscious. Yeah, she probably didn't know anyway. I like the action shot for writing the problem down. Say, that's pretty good, man. Now this is kind of cheaping I like. See, this is what I do. I would just constantly write down a bunch of bullshit, and people would cheat off me, and then they would all fail, and then the last second I'd change my answers to the real answers. Like we got 5 minutes left. Okay, now I'll change it to the real stuff. Because man, they're on a wing and a prayer here. Yeah, this person knows what they're doing. They seem smart. Yeah. Hey, somebody just invaded me. Hey, oh boy, ain't eating. I thought that was your character. Thought that's who you were. Get out of my head. Yeah, get your ass out of here. That was cheating asses, man. Right. One person fails, the entire group's got to go. I'd be pissed. I had my answers right too. He's awesome. He's one of the older people here, I think. That's right. I'm gathering the answers into my hand. Wait a minute. These are the answers to the algebra test next door. God damn it. It's pretty cool. That's right. Open that third eye. That's where the magic at. The third eye. Damn, man, don't crush your eye. Oh, he's sending his eyeball out to everywhere, right? Smells like magic in here. Somebody magicked. That's right. That's how they get you. Wait, he was just drawing Peanuts characters on his test. What a waste of time. Somebody's invading my eyeball. Yeah, really. Dude, you couldn't wait an hour? There's only got to be about 10 minutes left by now. They got him chained up. Yeah. Nice cat ears, by the way. Oh, shit. Okay. So he does have the bladder the size of a kitten. Oh, really? Wow, that was a quick 22 minutes, man. That went by fast. That was really good. I like that a lot. We're still in the middle of it, so I don't have much to say about what's actually happening. And I just talked about that during the episode. But I'm curious. We're all friends. We can be honest with each other. Did you ever cheat in school? Like I said, I never cheated off anybody around me because I just didn't trust that they knew what the hell they were doing. So I never did that. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the details. It was a long time ago. I think I was in the fifth grade. But we somehow got the answers to one of the tests. And it was an important test. And we hadn't studied, and a buddy of mine got the answers. And so we memorized the answers. But I have a terrible memory, right? So I think it was like a 20 question test. And I think I only remembered six of the 20. I was trying to memorize the entire thing. And even then, I was terrible at it, right? But it worked to my favor because I got those six answers right, and then I got another eight answers right. So it was like four. So that's like 70% right. So like, I probably would have only got. Guess I would have got the eight right. So the eight would have been a failing grade, 8 out of 20. But the other six, like, who knows if I would have got? Maybe I got one or two of those. So I would have got 50%, which is still failing, right? But yeah, I think that was it. I remembered six, and then there was eight that I got on my own because I remember I got like 70%. The problem was some of the other people got 20 out of 20, and the teacher thought it was unlikely. First of all, like for one person to get 20 out of 20, but really, I think there was like four or five, and there's a class of 30. Like 5 out of 30 got 20 out of 20, so she threw the entire test out because she assumed people cheated. She never figured out that like he somehow got a hold of the test answers right. And so then we retook the test, and I failed. Right. But I remember I was cussing her out too because I was like, "Look, man, those of us who clearly didn't cheat should be able to keep our score." The 40, and I had cheated, right? But like I was one of the louder voices, and some of the other people the same way. They got like 70%, 75%, 80%. They're like, obviously we didn't cheat, so you should keep our scores and just make the people who got the 20 out of 20 make them retake the test. She said that wouldn't be fair. And to be fair to her, I had cheated and I got 70%. So like, it wasn't fair. We all had to retake the test, and I deserved the L, right? I don't think I ever cheated. It wasn't like some super honorable thing. Now I don't think it's honorable, and it always has left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth because the real point of the test is to find out where you are, so you know how much more you need to learn, because you're trying to learn skills to succeed in life, right? It's a little different than if you pass this exam, you get money. If you pass this exam, you get a job, but then you don't need what you passed the exam with, those skills to accomplish your job, right? That would be different. But so many people in school thought that the test was the end result. Like it was the end. It was a means that it's just a means to an end. The test is a tool. It's not the end result. It's not the final thing that you need. So cheating always seemed a little pointless to me because it's just because if you can't accurately gauge where you are, then you can't know how much more you need to learn to achieve the skills, right? Like to know, like for instance, I would have done better in trigonometry if I had mastered the math skills that led up to trigonometry, but I hadn't done that. Now imagine if I had cheated and I was even propped up more because trigonometry kicked my ass. When I was in college, I had like a 100% score in like 10 straight classes, and then I hit trigonometry, and I was halfway through trigonometry, I was averaging a 36. I eventually got it up just past failing, so I was able to pass the class with a C, right? Just barely by 1 percentage point, I passed. Hardest thing I've ever done. But like, imagine if I cheated and propped myself up, and I would got to trigonometry and just got my ass kicked. The problem with trigonometry again is you had to memorize formulas, and I have a terrible memory, so like I really struggled with that. But anyway, so to me, the cheating seemed pointless because it was just a means to an end. It wasn't the end result. Now, if it was like, take this test, if you score a certain amount, you win money, yes, I would cheat. But like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm some high moral fiber and I'm some super moral Superman type guy. Like, if it was for money, I would cheat. Now, I wouldn't cheat somebody. I wouldn't con somebody out of money like my brother. I wouldn't cheat somebody out of money. But if it's a big corporation who has a bunch of money and they rip us off anyway, if it was Walmart and Walmart said, take this test, if you get an 80% or more, you win money, yes, I would. Like, I'm not even ashamed to say that. Like, I totally would under those circumstances. But if it's a means to an end, it's pointless to cheat. That's how I feel about it. But I'm just curious. I'm not going to shame you. I'm not going to think less of you. Let me know if you cheated and how you did it, because there's some really funny cheating stories. My favorite one is from Red Dwarf when he wrote the answers on his arm, and he started sweating, and he looked, and it was all running together. It's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Or one time this happened in class. This guy had the answer key, and he was moving his papers around and dropped on the floor just as the teacher was walking by. I swear to God, this happened like 6 feet away from me. She looked down and there was the effing answer key was right there on the floor. He had just dropped on the floor. She's like, well, I guess you're going with me to the office. That was so good. Let me know what you have your cheating stories.